Hello everyone and welcome back to Tomeguard TCG. My name's Aaron and I'm bringing you a booster pack opening video. I have 5 booster packs here from the Game Crafter that just came in. They have the updated 15 card booster pack text instead of 10. And let's just jump right into it. Pack number 1. Trying to be careful here. Alright, so we got Rising Phoenix, our first common. It's actually a really good common. I'm glad I pulled this. This is a really good common. There's another card, there's a rare that works with these really nicely. Hopefully I could pull that too. Gracious Revival, a 2-drop cantrip. Holy. Good for bringing back smaller summons from the graveyard. Kite Shield. Oh, okay, so here's our first rare. Holy Word. Pretty sure I already have one of these. Holy Word. It's a good rare. Shambling Zombie. That's a good common. Not physically good, but the ability's really nice. Just keeps coming back for more, basically. Oh, okay, and here's the rules card that every pack comes with. So it just kind of tells you what you would do on your turn. Keep in mind this is what you would do after your first turn. After both players have taken their first turn, this is what you would do. And then you kind of have a little bit of extra rules here that I threw in there just for extra clarity, such as the default maximum hand size is 5 cards. Yeah, that's nice to have if you need a refresher mid-game. I got a Fire Elemental. It's common. Lurking Spy. This is an interesting common. He can't attack the opponent directly, even if he's unopposed. But while he's on the field, your opponent plays with their hand revealed at all times. So it's pretty nice. He's on the lower end when it comes to physical stats, but he could do some stuff for you. Infernal Pact. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's okay, so we got a secret rare. This is instead of oh man. Wow. Okay, so in a booster pack there are 12 commons, 2 rares, and then the 15th card can be of any rarity, which is common, rare, or secret rare. Secret rares will only take up this slot. They will only ever appear in this slot, and looks like we got one. So Behemoth, King of Beasts, really strong, especially if you're running a lot of nature summons in your deck. He's just a crazy. And especially when he enters the field, it's massive. He buffs all of your summons. He's ridiculous, and he's got some removal for hexes and relics. Very solid secret rare. I'm so glad I pulled one. That's awesome. All right, we'll pull the secret rares over here. All right. Oh man, and here's our second rare, Assassin's Dagger. And it's a relic. It's pretty strong. It can finish off summons quicker, so that's nice to have. We'll put that over here. We got Alchemy Supplies. I'm actually glad I pulled some kind of mana ramp cards, or mana generating cards. So that's good. This is good to have regardless. It can be pretty helpful if you need extra mana. Healing Potion. It's really good. Kind of gives you the choice whether to heal one of your, any summon actually. It doesn't specify whose. You can heal summons, or you can use it to heal yourself a little bit, your life points. That's a nice relic overall. Brewing Cauldron lets you filter through your hands every now and then. Pyromancer, that's really good for Infernal decks. or tomes. Yeah, he's a really good summon. Ooh, Flame Pit Druid. Okay, so this one also generates mana for you, but at the cost of paying life to generate it. I've said this before, but it's the situational to build it around your strategy. And here's our token. Every pack has one. And we'll just put commons down here. Alright, pack number 2. I wish these were a little easier to open. They're kind of tough sometimes. Alright, what do we got? We pull the Fool. Alright, so he's a Chaos and Arcane summon. He's really gimmicky with his ability. It can really disrupt, like if your opponent's got some pretty good cards in hand, especially that fits their strategy, this could just completely disrupt it right off the bat. And it reduces the number of cards in their hand on top of it, so he's pretty nice. He could go in any gimmicky deck that wants to do similar things. We got Wall of Illusion. This one's really annoying, especially for a common. When it's dealt damage by a summon, that summon is returned to its owner's hand. And it can't attack, but it doesn't need to, because that's the whole point, is it's supposed to be a wall, just to protect your life points. Yeah, this one can be really annoying. Really, really annoying. But it won't last for too long, especially if it's hit by higher damage. But it can be really helpful. And it can kind of drain your opponent of their mana, because they have to constantly keep repaying to cast those summons that get returned to their hand. Solid summon. Another fire elemental, alright. Centaur Scow. So far, this is the first summon that has the ability that allows it to attack the turn it's cast. Otherwise, you cannot attack with a summon the turn it's cast. So, and it's got pretty decent physical stats, so it's a solid common. 4 of these would be pretty nice in a deck. Oh, okay, here's our rare. Shoal of Butcherfish. So this one, this one has a strength of X. So this one's kind of gimmicky too, and it can actually be really strong if you do it right. So its mana cost is 3, but as an additional cost to cast this spell, you have to forfeit a summon and send it to the graveyard. And then when it enters the field, you'd call any number of Butcherfish summon tokens to the field, for however many you want, as long as you have the empty slots for it. Then X is equal to the number of Butcherfish summons you control, including this one, because Butcherfish is in the title. So this Shoal of Butcherfish could potentially reach 5 strength for 3 mana and a forfeited summon. It's really, really good. If you could find a way to pull this off, I'd say probably turn 2, probably the earliest you could actually make this work really well. It would be ridiculous. You'd already have like a full field of summons. Granted, they're pretty weak at 3 endurance, the tokens, but man, it would be ridiculous. So I'll put that in the rares. Alright, we got another one of these rules cards. Put that over there. Tranquil Unicorn. Another Brewing Cauldron. Lux Flare. This one's nice. So at the cost of 3, you cast this cantrip that deals 1 damage to each non-holy and non-infernal summon. And then you gain life equal to the damage dealt this way. You got a Nimbus Archer. He's a strong one. Not physically, but his ability is really good. Especially if you buff his strength higher. Oh, an Angel of Death. I have one of these. Yeah, it's a good rare. Especially if you're falling behind and your opponent has more summons than you do on the field. This could easily gain you some advantage. Or at least help catch up and get on equal ground. So put that over there. Another Assassin's Dagger. Wait, that is Matt mean? Okay, so My random slot is a third rare, so we got another Assassin's Dagger. And then we got a Gracious Revival. We got a Chain Lightning. I only have one of these. It's nice to have another one. Prey Upon. This is nice if you want to try and remove the smaller summons from the field that your opponent has. Keep in mind it'll only destroy summons of cost 2 or less. Like, let's say the opponent has a Wall of Illusion on their side of the field and it's causing too much trouble. You just cast a Prey Upon, boom, it's gone. It destroys it. Don't even have to worry about it anymore. So, Frontline Cannon. So this is an interesting one. It's a summon, but its ability says this card is a relic in addition to its other types. So this means it's a summon and a relic. It's considered a relic as well. It does automatic damage to the enemy summon with the highest endurance. And there's our summon token. Alright, I'll put those in the commons. Pack number 3. Alright, we got Meditation. I've already got a couple copies of these. So we're getting close to a full playset of 4. Alright, that's a common. Oh, we got another Centaur Scout. Alright, nice. Marauding Pirate. This is a good common. Like, physically, he's strong. And that's why he's a bit higher cost. His ability's even good. This is just a solid common all around. Revitalize. I was actually hoping that I would pull this. This is basically the cantrip version of Healing Potion. Glad I pulled this. This is a good common. Oh. Alright, so we got World Fire. This is our first rare, I believe? Yeah, it's our first rare. It can cause a lot of problems. It's one of those cards that you have to really build around. Put that over here. There's our rules card. Oh, Invigorating Potion. Okay. So this is a relic similar to the Healing Potion. It gives you the choice of one of these abilities when you forfeit it. You can either choose to allow a target summon you control to attack the turn it's cast, or you can have target summon you control be able to attack twice this turn. So it's pretty nice. I'd say this is another one of those staple cards. Oh, okay. This is another card that I'm glad that I pulled. Mana Crystal is definitely a staple card. And it's good that it's a common, because this is definitely a staple. 3 cost relic that simply does, at the start of your turn, you generate 1 mana. So basically, while it's on the field, at the start of your turn, you would generate 1 mana, then go to your draw step, then your mana step, and generate your 2 mana. So it helps build up your mana a lot faster. Definitely a staple. Smithing Forge. So this is more so for building around certain relics. It basically allows you to, for a price, it lets you search out your tome for relics that can be equipped to summons and put it into your hand. So like Kite Shield, or there's a card called Short Sword that adds to your summon's strength. Stuff like that. So if you're running a lot of those kinds of relics, this is good to have. At least one. Another Fool. Oh, okay, so our second rare is Flame Crown Stag. This one basically tells all the enemy summons, hey, come attack me. You can't attack anyone else but me. And then it punishes those summons for attacking it by dealing damage to each one that attacks it. So physically it's not strong at all, but the value is in the ability. It's all in the ability. This is a pretty good rare. It's also good for turn 1 because you generate 2 mana by default. So you cast this turn 1, you'll be in a good spot. Black Cat. This is one of the only cards so far that allows you to cast it on your opponent's turn. So when the opponent casts a spell, that shares an attribute with it, you may cast it. Of course, you have to pay its mana cost. And then when it enters the field or is attacked, the opponent discards a card at random. So yeah, this one can be gimmicky too. Wall of Illusion, another one. Lurking Spy. Set Ablaze. Okay, so this is a Infernal Hex. Costs 2. You hex a target summon. When it enters the field, it deals 2 damage to it. To the hexed summon. And at the end of turn, it deals 1 damage to the hex summon. So it kind of just slowly burns away that summon. This can be nice if you have multiple of them. If you're just building an all burn deck, this is really good. Another Brewing Cauldron. And there's our summon token. Alright, pack number 4. There's a couple cards that I would really like to pull. One of them is rare, one of them is secret rare. Another Pyromancer. Okay, this is good. So maybe I'll be able to like put together a decent burn deck right off the bat. Fireball. Okay, this is nice. This should be a staple card in any heavy damage dealing deck. Simply does, it's a cantrip that simply does pay 1 and it deals 2 damage to target summoner player. Oh, we are okay. So our first rare is golden. Wow, this is really early. Golden Tulip. This is another mana ramping card, similar to Mana Crystal, but it costs 2 more mana than Mana Crystal. And at the start of your turn, you generate 3 mana instead of 1. A Wormhole. I got 2 of these now. Wake the Dead. I do not have one of these yet. This is also another really good one. I would say this is another staple, at least 1 or 2 in a tome. And there's a rules card. Giant Tortoise. This is a pretty decent common, honestly. Its strength isn't high, but its endurance is really high. And damage dealt to Giant Tortoise is reduced by 1. Diseased Raven. We got another one of these. Good. Oh, good. Okay. Another Mana Crystal. That's very nice. Good. I was hoping for that. Another Healing Potion. Oh, nice. A second Flame Crown Stag. Alright. Blood Locket. So this is one of those relics that can equip itself to target summon. So basically when the equipped summon is taking damage, you're putting counters, blood counters on that summon. And then when the equipped summon dies, you gain life equal to the number of blood counters on it. Another Fire Elemental. Oh my. Okay. Another Brewing Cauldron. I really... Mana Absorption. That's a nice one to have no matter what. I'd say this is another one of those staple cards. Was this the beginning? Oh, yep, this is the end. Okay, another Meditation. I think I have a full playset of this now. Alright. Well, we're down to our last pack. Number 5. Hopefully we can pull at least one of the cards that I'm wanting. Alright, so we got another Alchemy Supplies. That's always nice. Mana Ramp is always nice to get. Another Wall of Illusion. Man, do I have a playset of this now? Another Blood Locket. That's nice. Another full... Do I have a playset of this? That'd be kind of fun. Build a deck around this. Very gimmicky. Oh, okay, so our first rare is Silence. This one is pretty interesting. It costs 1 mana, and it simply reads, the opponent can't cast spells during their next turn. This basically just completely shuts down the opponent during their turn. They can still attack and activate abilities on cards, but they can't cast any spells from their turn. Nothing. There's our rules card. Another Healing Potion. It is a common, but it's a welcome one. Fireball, that's good. Okay, we got 2 of those. That's good. Deepwood Hermit. I think this will be my second one. I had one before from my first 2 booster packs before these. Another Fire Elemental. Man, there's a lot of... I think I have a full playset of this now. Another World Fire. Another Crystal Ball. Another Black Cat. Holy Whirlwind. This is a common that gives you the choice for 2 mana. It gives you the choice to either return target summon to its owner's hand or destroy target hex or relic. So this is nice. This might be another one of those staple cards. Diseased Raven, alright. I think I'm close to getting a full playset of this. Another Mana Crystal. How many does that make? I'm so close to getting a full playset of this too. That'd be really nice. Alright, well, that's all of them. So we'll just do a recap. I'm not going to recap the comments, but we'll recap. Alright, so for our rares, we got 1 copy of Angel of Death. We got 1 copy of Holy Word. We got 2 copies of Flame Crown Stag. 1 copy of Shoal of Butcherfish. A copy of Silence. 2 copies of World Fire. 1 copy of Golden Tulip. 2 copies of Assassin's Dagger. And then a secret rare, Behemoth King of Beasts. I'm so glad I've pulled at least 1 secret rare. This is really nice. You could say these are the boss summons of the game. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, well that's all the cards. One thing I'd like to add is I now have a Discord for this game. I'll put the link to it in the description below. Again, I'll also put the link to the online store in the description if you want to purchase some of these packs yourself. I do have starter decks on the way soon. The first one is almost done. The Discord server will be used to learn the rules of the game more in depth, connect with other players for matchmaking and such, and later on down the road, tournaments, online tournaments. I'll have announcements on there for future releases and events, so stay tuned for more info on that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.